Say and Draw is the simplest speaking and listening game I use for English classes, and it always works a treat. It's super adaptable and fun for all ages. I'm Will from Enchanted ESL, and in this video I'm going to explain to you what Say and Draw is, how to play it, and how to get the best out of it in your classes. First of all, it's a game that only requires drawing equipment. A piece of paper and a pencil for everyone is all you need. Alternatively, use a dry erase whiteboard like this one, and you can use lots of coloured pencils and pens if you want. The game is suitable for any class size, from a single student right up to a massive room full of students. It's perfect for beginners and intermediates. Advanced students might not find it challenging enough. Each round takes about 5 minutes and you can play as many rounds as you want. In Say and Draw, one person is the speaker and all of the rest are listeners. The speaker describes the scene and the listeners try to draw it. That's it. That's the game. Simple, right? At its core, it is very basic, but there are so many different ways you can adapt it to suit your needs. So let's head to the board to look at some examples. Here's a little scene you could say to your students. First of all, draw a beach with the sea next to it. In the middle of the beach, there's a palm tree with 3 coconuts. Under the palm tree, draw 3 baby turtles and their mum. It's sunny, with 2 small clouds in the sky. That's a basic example I'd use with beginners. The challenging parts are the prepositions, but we can adapt this to focus on particular parts of language. For example, first of all, draw a long beach with a stormy sea next to it. On the beach, there's a tall palm tree with 3 round coconuts. On the beach, draw 3 cute baby turtles and their big mum. There's a huge black cloud in the sky. This time we added lots of adjectives. Now let's change it again to include the present continuous. First of all, draw a beach with the sea next to it. On the beach, a person is walking. Their dog is running in the water. 3 baby turtles are moving on the sand behind their mum, who is climbing on a rock. The sun is shining in the sky. Thinking of using the game in your class? Hit the like button to let me know. Thanks. As you can see in the game, there's scope for including a wide range of nouns, adjectives and verbs. But this kind of prepared description only works if you, the teacher, are the one speaking. And you should be, to begin with. It's important to model the kind of description you want students to give when it's their turn. Notice how I paused while I was reading? In reality, you want to pause for longer and repeat, especially if the language is challenging for your students. And if you're focusing on a specific language target, make sure your students realise that. When it's their turn, encourage them to use that language as much as possible. They'll likely make some mistakes, so help them out, and if necessary, intervene to remind them to use that language. Meanwhile, the listeners will be drawing their pictures. Some of them will be horrendous, some of them will be beautiful, some of them will be accurate, some of them will not represent what the speaker was saying at all. And this is the main thing, listening and getting down what the speaker said. It is not an art competition. I urge you not to give points for pretty drawings or let the speaker pick their favourite. This results in students spending far too long on their drawing, and it can end up as a popularity competition. What you should do is highlight the students who got everything in their picture that the speaker said. Strictly speaking, Say and Draw isn't a game, it's just a fun activity. There are no points, there are no winners, and that's how it should stay. That doesn't mean you can't adapt it though. There are different rules you might want to implement. For example, consider whether the listeners can ask the speaker questions. In a small group this might be alright, but with a big class it could get very chaotic. And decide how much freedom you want to give to the speaker. I like to let their imaginations run wild and they can say anything they like as long as it's respectful. Some other optional rules include setting a 1-minute time limit for the speaker. This stops them going on and on and on. Or set a time limit for 5 minutes and slow the pace. Play some music and make it a really relaxing experience. Another version is to give the speaker a secret image and they have to describe that to the listeners who have to try to replicate it. Have the listeners draw their pictures with their eyes shut for extra silliness. If you have a big class and you want everybody to have a turn at speaking, you could have multiple speakers and each one adds 1 extra thing. Or you could make the whole class speakers and listeners and you go around and each person adds 1 idea to the picture. As you can tell, this game is a lot of fun, and that's what this channel is about, bringing fun to excellent English teaching. So subscribe for more great activities like this one. And consider signing up to the Enchanted ESL monthly newsletter, where you can get your hands on a free ebook that has 20 amazing games and activities perfect for your classroom. And every month I'll send you lots more free games, activities, role plays, lesson plans, everything you could possibly need. The link to the sign up page is on screen now and in the description below. But for now, I've been Will from EnchantedESL.com, wishing you all the joy and success in your teaching. See ya!